And what's up, guys? This is Hunter the Ray Dragon. I am here today to bring you guys another playthrough for Umineko When They Cry, When the Seagull Cry. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this. It's been a while. In 2 months. You know how other games come and get in the way. More important. Because this series is long. All that could be heard was the sound of the rain, the voices from the children's TV program Maria was watching, and the engrossed Maria's crackling voice. In other words, what greeted them as they returned dumbfounded from that horrible bizarre scene was the voice of Maria as she rolled around laughing at the TV. Those who returned to the room didn't know how to explain to Maria that her mother was dead and were trapped by a suffocating silence. At first, Maria returned their stares with a dubious look. But when she realized they weren't trying to blame her for anything, she ignored them and again immersed herself in the TV program. The children wordlessly sat down heavily on the sofa. Oh, if you guys wonder what I'm drinking, it's called a buzzball cocktail, and stiff lemon is weird. My mom brought this home, so I was like, why not? The children wordlessly sat down heavily on the sofa. Their minds were probably blank from their state of shock. Everyone had already cried and mourned so much, but now they just vaguely sat there, their faces seeming to have lost all emotion. Oleg Cannon had returned to his usual calm expression. However, that probably didn't mean he'd been able to wipe out the shock. Nothing was reflected in his eyes as he stared into empty space. Hideyoshi kept on fidgeting, and every time he remembered that horrible scene, he started muttering about how he couldn't believe it, how it couldn't have been something from this world, how it must have been the work of demons. Every now and then his muttering produced a question directed at Nanjo. But the latter kept repeating in a calm, doctor-like manner that nothing could be understood by only glancing at the scene, and that until the police arrived, they wouldn't learn anything. However, Nanjo only appeared calm next to Hideyoshi, who simply couldn't suppress his agitation and fear. In fact, Nanjo had also received a huge shock, and his face was a deadly pale. I mean, it's always deadly pale, but okay. Whew. Just some good shit. Maybe that atmosphere was why she tried to rise to the challenge and take charge. Natsuhi appeared to be unchanged from her usual attitude, and she briskly gave directions.
私はお父様のところへ行ってきます。源氏は急ぎ警察へ連絡を。
I'm kind of upset that this is small though.
かしこまりました。
I'm about to finish this. But we have some Stella Rosa, but I can't open that until my mom get home because she... Aoki problems.
私も一緒させていただいていいかしら、夏日姉さん。クラウス兄さんがいなくなった以上、お父様の補佐は私の仕事だもの。
Can you not look smug about it? This is not the time.
その私が夏日姉さんに任せっきりで、ここでくつろいでいるわけにはいかないわ。
That would be true, but seriously, that look on her face is not helping. Natsuhi was struck speechless by Ava's aggressive move in a situation like this. Exactly, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, this is annoying me. Hold on a second. Like, seriously, Ava, this is not the time for you to be acting like that. She seemed to be claiming that with Kraus dead, the one to take responsibility shouldn't be his wife, but herself, the next highly ranked in the family. Or maybe she hadn't been at all happy with Natsuhi when Natsuhi took command without reference to her in such an extreme situation. However, even Ava's mind had been blank from shock until a moment ago. She only came to her senses after Natsuhi started giving orders. That's a definite problem. You see, we're in a crisis, and all she can think about is competing with Natsuhi for some odd ass reason, even though Azuhi is not supposedly a threat to her. It's just like, what the fuck? Why are you acting like this? There is no reason for her to be acting like this right now. This is not okay. Don't even give into it, Natsuhi. Don't even do it.
お好きになさるといいでしょう。
Yes, just do as she likes. Fucking Christ, bro. Natsuhi started walking without saying a word. Ava followed behind her. As they did, Kumasawa ran into the parlor. She usually wasn't the kind of person to run around, so under normal conditions, most people would have taken her interest as a sign that something was the matter. But because everyone was still stricken with shock, they hardly even noticed her.
奥様奥様
Hokusama! Which is, Madam.
夏日姉さんならお父さんのところへ行ったで。すぐ戻ってくるやろ。どないしたんや、熊沢さん。
それが食堂に血が。
What in the dining hall? The ears of everyone in the parlor twitched. Everyone thought the same thing. I hope I misheard that. Nope, you didn't. Any container could only hold so much. And no one here would be capable of handling yet another tragedy. So they all thought it. I hope I misheard that.
なんやて？食堂？
朝食の準備に食堂に配膳に行ったら。
What the fuck? We are jumping into the deep end. The first one to start running was George. His harsh footsteps jogged Hideyoshi and Nanjo to their senses, and they chased after him. Battler and the others followed. They flew into the dining hall one after another, but they didn't find any chains that might have caused Kumasawa to go pale. To those who had viewed that gruesome scene in the storehouse, it was a bit of an anticlimax, really. However, Kumasawa, who had followed them, pointed it out. There really were some traces of blood remaining on the floor. Compared to that terrible scene, it wasn't very impressive. However, if you calmly thought about it, this definitely indicated the loss of a lot of blood.
ここにも血だまりがあるよ。
Yep.
これは一体。
Some fucked up shit is going down.
だいぶ時間が経っているように見えますな。おそらく昨夜ここで殺されたんだと見ていいでしょ
There was still some more in there. Haha.
そういうことになるんやろな。わしらはゆうべずっと食堂で話し合いをしとった。そしてここに何者かが押し入ったに違いない。
What?
父さんたちが打ち合わせを抜けて休んだのは何時だっけ？
昨夜の24時を少し過ぎたくらいの頃や。
Ah.
だからその後にと考えるんが妥当やろな。
マジかよ。
Nope.
勘弁してくれよ。お嬢様、しっかり。
Stay strong, Ojo-sama. What?
俺はもうさっきの倉庫でこの世の地獄ってやつを拝んじまったから今さらこのくらいじゃ答えねえぜ。
It's funny that he should say that because this shouldn't be.
そうかよ。よかったな。
That's not something you should. You know what? Never mind.
私は頭がどうにかなっちまいそうだぜ。
I'm pretty sure that's what he's feeling as well.
ここは食堂だぜ。私は毎日ここで食事をして学校のことをぼやいたり宿題のことをぼやいたり。親父に学校の成績の話をされたり、そういうところなんだぜ。お嬢様、これ以上ここにいるのはよくありません。
Uh-huh.
100万へ戻りましょう。
俺の同感さ。
Mm.
秀吉おじさん、この部屋は多分警察にとって重要な意味があると思います。俺たちが踏み荒らしちまうのはまずいんじゃないですか。
Battler proposed this in a slightly firm voice as, along with Kenna, he grabbed the pail and shaking Jessica's shoulders.
バトラさんの言う通りですな。この部屋にこれ以上好んで居続けることはありますまい。
Nanjo spoke while looking at everyone's pale faces. Even though that horrible scene in the storehouse felt like something not of this world. At least then we'd been able to leave to cut ourselves off from that place and run away. Everyone had shared in that feeling. However, this dining hall was different. It was in the mansion, the main building of the estate, and as Jessica had said, it should have been one of the most calming places even inside the mansion. It was where all of the relatives had eaten lunch and dinner yesterday. Well, that what makes it not the calmest place actually, because they were going at each other's throats. The shock of seeing this place smeared with blood reminded us of that horrible spectacle in the storehouse, and forced us to accept that we hadn't really been able to run away from the scene of that tragedy. So who is left who have been able to walk with that much blood loss into the mansion
わし
and
の
not
同
be
感や。
seen?
この部屋には犯人の痕跡が残ってるかもわからんしな。
Or that could be the person who got shot, since there was an indication of a lot of blood loss.
素人のわしらがかき回すべきとちゃうで。はよ出るんや。はよはよ。
Hideyoshi also understood the meaning of what Battler had said and pushed everyone to hurry out of the dining hall. The way we were then, looking at the blood any longer would have been too harsh. Nobody went against his words. Everyone raced each other out of the dining hall. That's the perfect way to explain that. It was almost as though the last person in the room would be trapped in there all alone. There's that damn sound again. Once in the hallway, we lent a hand to Kubasawa, who was still trembling and leaning against the wall, and we all headed back to the parlor together. Then Genji returned. Well,
お
okay.
お、源氏さん。警察に連絡はつきましたか？
それが申し訳ございません。無線機の故障か、それ以外の理由によるものかわかりませんが。
What's with this OST?
なんや、警察に連絡がつかんのか。電話も無線もどっちもダメなんか。
申し訳ございません。
My apologies, my ass. What's going on?
月曜の朝に船が来ることになっていますので、その船の通信機を借りることができると思います。
この島には船はないんか。新島の警察署までちょっくら行ってくることはできんのか。
Nope.
秀吉さん、この天気では無理だ。少なくとも台風が通り過ぎるまではどうにもなりません。
クラウス様のボートは今修理中で島にございません。
Huh? Well, we just found our culprit. I'm kidding.
ですので月曜の船を待つほかないかと。
そんなアホな話があるか。6人も死んだんやで。
6 people are dead.
そして電話も無線も通じず、船もない。台風が過ぎて船が来るまで、つまり明日の朝までわしらは警察にも連絡できず、この島におれっちゅうことなんか。
ってことはつまり俺たちだけじゃなくおじさんたちを殺した犯人もこの島から出られず足止めってことだな。
Yep. Yep. Yep.
そういうことになるね。みんなを殺した犯人はまだこの島にいる。
親父たちを殺した奴はこの島から逃げ出せずまだ潜んでやがるってことかよ。
You won't get far. You can't escape. If you gotta notice the black swallowtail.
見つけ出してやるぜ。警察になんか引き渡すもんか。私がこの手でやっ先にしてやる。
Okay, don't start crying because then you're gonna start throwing up. Oh, did they forget that the child was here? Maria had finally realized that something odd was happening in the parlor. Rather than noticing something odd, It was probably better to say she felt unhappy and neglected since everyone was getting so excited about something only she didn't know about.
おー、
Uh-oh.
ジェシカお姉ちゃん、誰か死んじゃったの？
Ha! Am I reading that right? What the fuck? The way she spoke was completely calm. Just as though she was talking about someone who had appeared on a television drama as though it was someone else's problem. What? Jessica probably didn't like that. As though trying to say, couldn't you tell just by looking at me? Overwhelmed with grief, she flared up at Maria. Hey, you're flaring up at a child though.
死んじまったぜ、みんな。
Oh, thanks for saying that in front of a 12-year-old psycho, or I mean an 8-year-old. Sorry, wrong age.
私の親父もパトラの父さんと母さんも
She's 8.
コーダさんもシャノンも、そしてマリアの母さんも。
Oh no, you didn't.
よすんだジェシカちゃん。
You should have put your hand over her mouth before she even said anything, dude. What the like, I would have noticed that instantly and be like, whoop, nope, nope, close your mouth.
悲しいのは君だけじゃない。
Oh shit. That ain't good.
マリアさん、
Speaking of blood, I'm eating a whole lot of ketchup.
ショックだろうが聞いてください。
It doesn't come as a shock at all. He said, I know this comes as a shock, but she's not shocked. She just asked if somebody died.
あなたのお母さんがな、
I don't think she cares.
死んでしまいました。
I'm pretty sure she doesn't care.
ママが死んじゃっ
She's like, huh?
た？おー、
ああ。誰かに殺されちまった。
Then again, I wouldn't expect an 8-year-old to even know what the fuck that means, so.
悲しいだろうがよ。心をしっかり。
何人死んじゃった？
How many people?
6人だぜ。
Jessica, close your mouth, girl. Damn. This is a scene. This girl is crazy. There's always that one overly emotional motherfucker who can't close their mouth in situations like this.
6人だ。くそくそくそ。あんな残酷なことしやがって。
You're asking an 8-year-old. She's seriously sitting here asking an 8-year-old that.
踊ってもんがあるだろうがよ。人間ならよ。誰だか知らねえが、犯人は人間じゃねえぜ。血の色が赤いわけがねえ。
You know what? I think the creator of Fate asked Genro Obuchi the same question. Your blood can't be red.
犯人は人間じゃない。鍵が選んだ生贄なだけ。
It's just a beep chosen by the beep. What?
おい、マリア。
Maria.
今、なんて言った？
She definitely said something that I didn't fucking understand because they bleeped it out. Maria had just said something that didn't register. But since the words were so remotely separate from the flow and context of the conversation, I couldn't understand them for a second because you're stupid. When I tried to ask her to repeat it again, I was shocked by the sudden sound of Aunt Natsuhi's loud voice coming from the entrance to the parlor. It looked like Aunt Natsuhi and Aunt Ava had returned from their trip to see grandfather, so they started cussing each other out, I'm guessing. That's the only logical explanation for her to be screaming. Nope! The popo ain't coming.
こんな時に使えなくて何のための防災無線ですか？
Probably a closed murder. Closed room murder case.
申し訳ございません。
Or closed mansion murder case, whatever the hell they want to call it.
毎年保守点検はさせているはずなのですが。
I walk for miles.
ほら、光をチカチカさせるみたいな船舶信号ってあるじゃない？
Huh?
そういうので向こうの島に連絡することはできないのかしら？
Man, hell no!
そのような設備はございません。
Exactly.
申し訳ございません。
Just then, Kumasawa arrived pushing a serving cart loaded with breakfast. Wait, why is she smiling? Since there was no way we'd be able to eat in the dining hall, Hideyoshi had ordered her to take it to the parlor. Why the is she smiling? This doesn't sit right with
な
me.
ぜ朝食をこちらに？
Because you need to eat, dumbass, and there's freaking blood in the dining hall. Oh, wait, she wasn't there. Never mind.
ああ、夏日さん、それは後で話す。
Just tell her! This is gonna make the situation even worse than it already is.
それよりエヴァ、お父さんはどうなんや？
Yeah, I don't think they talked to their father. I don't even think they could find him.
ご一緒でないところを見ると、このような事態になっても部屋から出ませんか。
Not even for a situation like this. Hey, his kids died. He said, nah, fuck him. He don't give a damn. We already know he don't give a damn.
いないわ。
Hell no.
部屋は空っぽだったのよ。
The room was empty. What the? Oh, wait, I just realized what she said. What?
なんやて？
The fuck?
こんな時にどこ行ったんや？
Mind your own damn business, obviously.
親方様が書斎を出られたというのですか？
Maybe he's a culprit.
そうです。私も驚いています。いつの間に部屋を出たのやら。
While everybody was fucking around, obviously.
あなたたちに心当たりはないのですか？
Nope. Not that he looked at Genji and Kanao now she said this. Maybe she was trying to ask whether the servants who served directly under the one-winged angel knew of a place he might go. However, it was probably the other way around. Their faces made it clear that those who knew Kinzo best realized even more than the rest how impossible it was for him to leave his room. Maybe he was forced out. I don't know. Maybe he's the culprit. He did it all. I don't even know if he did or not. I'm just fucking around.
ご存知の通り、親方様があの部屋をお出になることなど。
Oh shit.
となると、なんや。
Hold on a second. Where were we? Hold on, I think I fucked up. However, blah blah blah. Even we have no idea, as you all know, within that study, the master had everything from a place to sleep to a bathroom. I couldn't imagine him leaving that room except for a significant reason. Yeah, like he's the culprit. Maybe she was trying to fuck, I don't know.
そのよっぽどのことがあったって考えるのが自然だっちゅうことになるんか。
まだそうと決まったわけではありません。とにかく気まぐれな方ですから、現状をご存知なくお一人で散歩をされている可能性もあります。仮にそうだとしたら、一刻も早く現状をお知らせしてご指示を仰がねばなりません。
Or maybe, just maybe, he might be a suspect. I don't know. Okay, I know he's not. I'm just being an asshole right now.
考えたくはないけど、お父様の身に何かあったのかもしれないしね。
And you're smiling about that? What the fuck is wrong with you, girl? That is your daddy.
そのような不吉なことは考えたくもありません。
No one had seen Kinzo since the discovery of those 6 terrible corpses. On top of that, the phones were broken, the radio wouldn't reach anyone, and there was no way to contact the police. He does sound like a culprit right now. Apparently, the typhoon would leave tomorrow and a boat would come. But until then, no one could rely on anyone outside the island, nor could they escape the island. The tragedy had hit everyone so abruptly that they'd lost all their composure. They would have lost their composure regardless. Everyone felt a heavy silence. Everyone was impatient. Even though they needed something, they couldn't think of anything. So, some of them held their heads in their hands while others got irritated. Right now, no one could explain what was occurring on this island, Rokujima. Rocket. After that, we ate the breakfast Kurosawa-san had made, which felt dry and tasteless. I bet it did. Of course, this was right after something like that had happened. No one felt particularly hungry. Speak for yourself. However, we understood logically that not eating would weaken our bodies. I would have been hella hungry. It would also be rude to Kurosawa-san, who had made the breakfast. Kurosawa had taken some unusual Western vegetables, ones that Goda-san had probably ordered for his ultra-elaborate meals, and cooked them in a Japanese style, which made them turn an unpleasant color. As to what Goda-san had been planning to cook with those ingredients, right then, I couldn't even imagine it. If I did think about it, I'd be reminded of the way Goda-san died, and a sour taste would fill the inside of my mouth. Everyone pretended to eat for the time being, but of course no one made much progress. Just eat, damn it. Then we began pooling our knowledge of the current situation. First off, 6 people, which included Uncle Kraus, my dad, Kure-san, Aunt Rosa, Goeda-san, and Shannon-chan, had been found in the Rose Garden storehouse as brutally mutilated corpses. And yet still couldn't contact the police since both the phones and the radios were unstable. Well, So, until the typhoon passed, there was nothing we could do. It sounds like a murder case. Furthermore, grandfather, who we might have hoped would be able to show a little this kind of situation, had disappeared some time ago. He said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out." Goda-san hadn't made breakfast, so grandfather's stomach must have been empty. The fuck no. And if he had just been taking a casual walk, we should have been able to hear him whining about how hungry he was by now. Does he normally whine? And despite that, he hadn't appeared. There was more than a small chance that he'd gotten caught up in this crime. According to my aunts, on their way back from Kinzo's study, they searched for him, calling out on every floor, but were unable to find him. Considering the timing of it all, it's only reasonable to assume that this disappearance had something to do with the crime. Yep. We figured that, and the rest were probably killed in the dining hall and then painstakingly moved to the storehouse. I don't think so. There would have been a lot more blood. There would have been a blood trail. So maybe grandfather has already been killed and dragged to some strange place which we simply hadn't discovered yet. No one actually said it out loud, but this theory seemed extremely convincing. Or he could be the culprit, and you guys are overthinking this. But then again, you guys don't want to think of him as the culprit.
私たちはお屋敷の戸締まりを確認してきます。お父様も念入りに探さなければなりません。子供たちはこの部屋を出ないように。エヴァさんと秀吉さんは申し訳ありませんが、ここで子供たちと一緒にいてください。南條先生もお願いいたします。
わかりました。ここでお待ちしています。
Aunt Natsuhi followed the servants Genji, Kubosawa-san, and Kanen out of the parlor. There, it was. I mean, all that was left was Aunt Rosa, Aunt Ava, and Uncle Hideyoshi, Dr. Nanjo, and the four of us children, a total of 7 people.
みんなで仲良くテレビでも見て待ってよな。しかし日曜日の午前中はろくな番組やっとらへんな。
Uncle Hideyoshi started acting cheerfully, trying to brighten up this gloomy atmosphere. A valiant attempt, but ultimately pointless. 'Cause he ain't gonna succeed. Oh wait, I spoke too soon. There's a child here.
ろくな番組見る見る。
And she doesn't even care one bit that people have died. There's something seriously wrong here.
お、そうか。マリアちゃんはテレビ見るか。じゃ、おじさんと一緒に見ような。
Maria was the only one who joined in. Even though Maria had been told of her mother's death, she didn't show the slightest flicker in her emotions. Was it really normal for a 9-year-old girl like Maria to act so much like a very young child? Yes. Yes, it is normal. I don't even think she realized what the fuck death means. Wait, never mind. I can't say that, considering what the hell this is. Everyone else's mood failed to improve, and they each sank absent-mindedly into their sofas.
兄貴、聞いていいか。
なんだい。
Me.
さっき倉庫で兄貴はシャノンちゃんの指輪の話をしたよな。
Oh hell! I forgot about the ring.
あれ送ったのは兄貴か？
Oh, I see what Balor's doing. Nice. That's actually kind of cool. George and Nikki didn't answer, but he hung his head and closed both his eyes. It looks more like he's trying to hide his embarrassment, but that's just a picture. There could be no clearer response.
よせよパトラ。
Hey, calm down, calm down. He's not doing anything wrong. He just acts. He's trying to bring some positivity here.
少しは察しろよ。
Really, Jessica? I don't think that's how you act in this type of situation.
だな。
Huh? Really? Like, you saw how Nanjo, I mean not Nanjo, how Hideyoshi tried to lighten up the mood, but it didn't work. So Battler also tries to lighten up the mood, and it didn't work. But hey, A for effort. I don't fucking know. I really wouldn't know how to this situation. I'd be staring, looking at everybody like, what the fuck is happening?
悪いことを聞いたぜ。
Really now?
そうさ。僕だよ。彼女に昨べ求婚したんだ。
See, he opened up. It wasn't that
その時
bad.
指輪を渡した。明日になったらそれを好きな指にはめて返事としてくれって。気ざったらしいことを言ってね。
Talking about it always alleviates the situation for the most part. So I thoroughly agree with Battler to open up, to try to, at the very least, open up some type of conversation so that George didn't fold into himself. So I don't agree with Jessica here because, at the very least, venting always seems to help people get over stuff. And, I mean, not push through stuff, I should say. I shouldn't say get over, because when I say get over, that sounds rude. And that ring had been on the ring finger of Shannon's left hand.
私さ、数年前からシャドンに相談を受けてたぜ。ジョージ兄さんのことでさ。
Oh! 7 years ago.
なんて言ってたのかな。
シャノンは嘘をつくのが下手だったからよ。ジョージ兄さんのことを言ってるのはすぐにバレバレでさ。
This is nice. I like this.
自分は使用人の身分だけど親しくしてもいいのだろうかとか、男の人の好きそうなものは何かとか。
Oh yeah, these are actually pretty good. Although one of them was with milk.
どういう服を着たら喜ぶかとか、そんなことをいろいろとさ。なんつうのか、そのまあ焼けたぜ。
それが婚約指輪を渡されておしまいかよ。
価値観は人それぞれだけどよ。
I wouldn't say that most of the time.
男から求婚されるってのは人生の到達点なんだと思うんだよ。
I remember that.
だからきっと。
I remember that in about 4 years when I decided to actually do that.
昨夜のシャノンは心の底から。
Or hell, maybe 5 or 6 years. I don't even know.
生まれてから今までの中で一番幸せだったと思うぜ。
George Aniki sighed deeply without raising his head. Raising. Or maybe tears had risen in his eyes.
シャノンは昨べ
Definitely tears.
ゲストハウスの当番だったらしいんだ。でもシャノンは僕と一緒にゲストハウスに帰るのを恥ずかしがってお屋敷に行ってしまった。
シャノンの気持ちを察しろよ。
She was so embarrassed that she couldn't walk in there with him. So how she must have felt. What? I don't understand that one.
婚約指輪をもらえばどんなに予告されてたって普通は舞い上がっちまって頭は真っ白になっちまうぜ。
So excitement and embarrassment go hand in hand, huh?
気恥ずかしくて仕方なかったんだろうよ。
Of course she was. Because she's the shy type.
それでシャノンは当番でないはずのお屋敷へ行き、そこでゴーダさんの仕事を手伝い事件に巻き込まれてしまった。
Okay, heartbreak right here. You could have stopped at the embarrassment part. Think about it anymore, you might actually fuck up.
僕が
Or might start thinking something that you probably shouldn't be thinking about.
あの日
Absolutely not. You should have gave her that ring.
あの場所で
Not.
指輪なんか渡さなければ
No.
シャノンはサヨは事件に巻き込まれなかったんだ。
You said her real name, Sayo. I wasn't expecting that. It was a little too early for them to reveal her name.
兄貴、それだけは違うぜ。
Exactly.
断じて違う。だからそれ以上泣くんじゃねえ。
Battler telling the truth over here. Ah.
バトラ君、
What is with that smile?
そっとしてあげなさい。
After Aunt Eva said that, I stopped talking to him. She's creeping me out. What is with that smile? Misplaced words of comfort might actually do more harm than good. I never understood that one. Jessica sat down next to Aniki and put an arm around him. Maybe only Jessica, who had known about Aniki and Shannon's love since the beginning, and who had even discussed that relationship with Shannon, could comfort Aniki now. I went over to Aunt Eva and sat down in the opposite sofa.
バトラ君は強いわね。
Is he now?
もうだいぶしっかりしているように見えるわよ。
No, not really. He actually had his outbursts already, but after he had his outbursts, he was able to come back to himself and show his more mature side, I would say.
まあほら、愛の深さが傷の深さじゃないですか。
Did he just say something really smart just now?
俺は別にあんなクソ親父同志の方が知ったことじゃないし。
Huh?
キリエさんは気の毒ですが、まあ本当の親ってわけじゃないですしね。
Should I tell him? You know what? Never mind.
あら、 という割にはさっきすっごく大泣きしてたわよ。
Because of Kyrie-san's death, of course he was crying over her. He had a crush on her. No, I'm joking.
まあ、育ての親に対する恩は、あのくらい泣けば OK かと思いまして。
True, true. I can respect that. I can respect that. I can respect that, actually. If somebody actually said something like that and actually meant it, I would actually expect. I mean, I could actually respect that.
そのあたりの切り替えの速さやドライなあたりは、本当にルドルフ譲りね。あの子は昔から激しく喜んだり悲しんだり怒ったりしたけれど。
Violently happy, sad, and angry? What the fuck? How do you get violently happy? I can understand violently sad and angry, but violently happy? Like you're so happy you start beating the hell out of people? What? Okay.
すぐにケロリと平静を取り戻したわ。
そんなことはないっすよ。
Right.
俺だって、まだまだ心のショックから立ち直れちゃいません。
And you shouldn't be able to. I mean, it would be freaking amazing if he was able to.
ただ俺がみんなと違
I
う
mean,
のは、
he'd be like Shiro, broken beyond
それ
belief
によ
if
っ
he
て
was
どういう
able to.
感情が生み出されるかってことだと思います。
どういうこと？
I've been acting much calmer than Georgia, Nikki, and Jessica. That wasn't because my sadness was any less intense or because I've already recovered. My sadness was simply getting replaced gradually with a different emotion.
悲しいっていうよりは、腹立たしいって気持ちなんすよ。
Interesting.
どこのドイツがこんなことをしやがったのか。
Interesting indeed.
横っ面に一発お見舞いしてやらないことには、腹の虫が収まらねえんです。
That was what I really wanted to do. I couldn't forgive myself if I just sat there, overwhelmed with sadness and hugging my knees.
親父たちが殺されて以降、この島は台風に包まれたままです。
You would have made a great detective.
つまり、これだけの上等を決めてくれやがった野郎は、
And I mean that based on his
まだこの島の中にいるってこ
emotional
とです。
state.
そういうことになるわね。今も暗い森のどこかに身を潜めているのかしら。
Or I wonder if they're, you know what? I shouldn't be saying anything about this. I feel like I'd had a very similar conversation with Kyrie-san the night before. That's right. After the letter from the person claiming to be Beatrice appeared at the dinner table last night, we talked about whether or not a 19th person actually exists.
エヴァおばさん、この殺人、昨夜のベアトリーチェの手紙と何か関連があるんでしょうかね。
It would make sense.
ああ、例の？
Seriously, Eva, you're creeping me out, babe.
さあ、どうかしらね。あの手紙はお父様が遺産問題に絡みたくて出した怪文書という見方で兄弟は一致したんだけれども、それと今朝の事件に関係があるかは今の段階では分かりかねるわね。
あの手紙、本当にベアトリーチェなんて魔女がマリアに渡したんすかね。
まさか。
She's seriously creeping me out.
全部お父様の仕組んだ茶番でしょ。シャノンちゃんあたりに肖像画のドレスを着させてマリアちゃんを騙したんでしょ。お父様らしい手の込みすぎたいたずらだと思うけど。
昨べ、キリエさんとベアトリーチェは実在するんだろうかって話をしたんですけど、キリエさんも俺たち18人の中にベアトリーチェがいるだろうと言ってましたね。
18.
そんなの当然じゃない。この島には私たちしかいないのよ。なら私たちの中の誰かがベアトリーチェを語ったに決まってるじゃない。
この島には俺たち以外はいないすか。
当然でしょ。私たち以外の誰がここにいるっていうの？
I wonder.
この島には私たちしかいない。
Damn, I keep pushing myself back.
18人しかいない。なら、ベアトリーチェを語るのも18人の中の誰かしかいないじゃない。
Kirie-san denied the existence of a 19th person by spinning the chessboard around, even though Aunt Eva hadn't constructed an argument that complicated. Her opinion at least was the same. Except if that's the case, our situation starts to look very ugly. At the time of Beatrice's letter, the whole thing could be passed off as a prank set up by someone or another. However, if we're assuming there's no 19th person, we can't ignore this anymore. In other words, we're fucked.
19人目がいないなら、親父たちを殺した犯人も18人の中にいるってことになっちまうじゃないですか。つまり、今この屋敷にいる誰かが殺したってことになる。
Aunt Eva smiled meaningfully, more like smiled viciously. It looked like she thought this conclusion should have been obvious from the very beginning.
犯人は倉庫の中に6人の遺体を運び込んだわ。でも、よく倉庫の中に運び込めたわよね。
Yeah.
あのシャッターは常に閉められていて、施錠されていたそうよ。つまり、倉庫内に運び込むにはシャッターの施錠を開ける必要があった。わかる？
たまたまその日、シャッターが開けっぱなしになってた可能性は？
使用人たちは常に閉めていると言ってたわ。
Which means they don't ever go in there.
つまり、鍵を使用人室から持ち出さなくては倉庫は絶対に開けられない。
Basically, the servants are idiots and fucking forget shit. There's that.
鍵は使用人室の一つしかないんすかね。
源氏さんはそうだと言ってるわ。
Really now?
犯人はそのたった一つの倉庫の鍵のありかを知っていて持ち出した。さっきカノン君が使用人室に鍵を戻すところを見たわ。壁にびっしりと鍵がかけられていて、とても素人にはどこに何がかけてあるのかわからなかった。犯人はその中から倉庫の鍵を見事選び出したのよ。しかも札も何もついていない鍵を手にしてバラ庭園裏にある倉庫の鍵だと理解した。ついでに言うと倉庫の場所すら理解していた。もっとはっきり断言するわ。犯人は使用人室の内部に熟知している。
Her argument was extremely plain and clear. If the bodies had been found thrown somewhere in the bushes of the rose garden, there wouldn't have been much to go on. However, if there was only one key to the storehouse in the servants' room, and it was stored with such a large group of keys, a novice would not be able to tell them apart. This meant the culprit was someone who went into the servant's room a lot and was familiar with the location of the keys. So the culprit is obviously a servant, but which one? The family members didn't normally go into the servant's room, which meant that...
ってことは、使用人の誰かが犯人。
That's way too obvious.
悪いけど、それ以上はおばさんも言えないわよ。
I mean, in real life that might have been the case, but in this type of series, yeah.
でも、一つだけ教えられることがあるわ。
なんすか？
犯人。犯人たちは複数で、そして十分な武装をしていたと考えられるわ。
Okay, that's a fair assumption.
だってそうでしょ？食堂にいた兄さんたち4人を一度に襲って殺し、合計6人分の遺体をようようとバラ庭園の向こうの倉庫まで運んで、悪趣味な化粧と落書きを施している。これだけのことを単独犯で行えるはずもないでしょう。
It made sense. It probably would have been possible for a single person with enough time, but it would take so incredibly long. It was probably safe to assume that a significant number of people were involved.
Phew. ってことは、使用人の人たちが。
静かになさいな。
The fuck?
憶測で言っちゃ悪いわよ。それにもし本当にそうだったらどうするつもり？彼らは私たちを生かして返さないでしょうね。しかも兄さんたち4人をやすやすと殺した相手なのよ。
Right.
今この部屋に残っていてまともに戦えそうな人間はうちの家族の3人にせいぜいバトラ君で4人ってところ。状況は昨晩と何も変わらない。つまり犯人にとって残る私たちを皆殺しにするなんて簡単なことなのよ。
She's not wrong in situations like this. I've been playing detective when I'm ever trying to expose the person who had killed Dad in the rest before the police did. If only I could cleverly penetrate the culprit's identity and stick the proof in their face. I'd been so sure that just like in one of those detective movies, the culprit would then give up and surrender. However, the culprit would only surrender if there was no way for them to fight back. The culprits behind the crime on the island were far from helpless. It might even be able to massacre all of the remaining people here. What the hell is he, a superhuman? And on top of that, this island was like a giant closed room cut off from the outside world by the typhoon. Exactly what I've been saying since I started this. So, they had a full day until tomorrow to kill, scheme, and camouflage themselves. In short, it wasn't a safe atmosphere where we could get very far by playing detective. To the contrary, we were at a stage where we had to be scared stiff since playing detective might disperse the culprits and cause them to commit another mass murder. I'm pretty sure they might like the 3 or more, so you not do anything might cause them to murder again.
あくまでも可能性の問題よ。でも私は使用人の人たちをまだ信用できないわね。それに私は使用人だけを疑ってるわけじゃないわ。さらに黒幕がいるかもしれないと思ってるわよ。
黒幕？どうしてですか？
I know you two are not talking that fucking loud, are you? Y'all better be whispering.
勘よ。 使用人は書いて字のごとし。
Why is she smiling about any of this, though?
誰かに使用
That's still
されて
creeping me
手
out.
足となる存在よ。殺されたのは後宮家の親族ばかり。
Yeah.
なら、その結果で利害が発生する人間が関わるのは当然。
This was also plain and clear. The Uchinomiya family had been right in the middle of discussions about how to distribute the inheritance when grandfather died. If this case followed the standard form of any classic mystery novel, well, the crime was definitely caused by someone with ties to the Uchinomiya family and who was involved in the inheritance problem. And Eva had probably read a few books in that genre herself. Her argument might have a few blind assumptions in it, but it was a standard conclusion that anyone might have reached. I think most people would have ended up suspecting the servants even if they used different reasoning to get there. Especially the story about the key to the shutter. That made it very easy to suspect that one of the servants was involved.
だから、
Dude,
なぜか気に入らねえんすよね。
you're being way too loud.
気に入らないって？何の話？
あ、いえいえ、こっちの話っす。
I tried to dodge her question by joking, but I couldn't erase the sense of unease welling up inside me. After all, her conclusion was such an easy one to reach. A conclusion that anyone could reach, and I just couldn't be satisfied with that. If I tried spinning the chessboard around like I'd learned from Kiri-san, this was exactly why a servant couldn't possibly be the culprit. If the servants really were the culprit, they wouldn't hide the bodies in a place connected to themselves. Why on earth would they use the rose garden shed if they were the ones in charge of the key that could unlock it? The police would probably immediately pursue whoever had been in control of the key. It was even possible that some other facts might come to light as a result. The more we think of the servants as the culprit, the less reason they had to carry the bodies into the storehouse. But what if they knew we'd think that and put the corpse in the storehouse for that very reason? No, that's completely impossible. Because even if you guys didn't think that, the police would have thought that. When the police come and inspect the scene of the crime, they'll probably be able to uncover many things, basically, yes. No matter how carefully the culprits carried out the murder, some traces will definitely be found. In other words, they had everything to lose and nothing to gain. If you think about it this way and look at the murder game from the culprit side, it's hard to imagine why they'd want to call attention to the corpses. Once the corpses were found, it would result in someone sending a report to the police, or it might make the remaining people more cautious, or might make the survivors start to search for the culprit. None of these things would make life any easier for the culprit. It's just like the words of the main character's mother in a novel I read recently called Higurashi no Neko Koro ni. Okay, wow. Every story needs to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Eliminating that beginning is essential for the perfect crime. Right now, we don't know where grandfather is. We don't know if he's already become a victim or if he's one of the culprits. But this state of confusion must be beneficial to the killer. Kira. The culprit has absolutely nothing to gain by showing us the bodies in such an obvious way and making us all realize there's been a murder. In fact, this is the perfect place to spin the chessboard around. In other words, showing us the corpses in such a flashy way must be the culprit's goal in and of itself. So at the very least, to the culprit, the appearance of 6 corpses there meant more than the deaths themselves. In other words, the culprit wanted its murder on display. To whom? To us? This is a message. The culprit's trying to shove something in our faces. I don't know what it is, but at this point in time, this vulgar mass murder isn't making me feel anything except a malice directed towards all of us. Malice towards all of us, it is. Is it? Each one of the survivors has some kind of connection to one of the 6 victims. Uncle Krause's death brought Jessica the grief of losing a family member. The deaths of Dad and Kire-san brought me sorrow, while Aunt Rosa's death brought Maria sorrow. No, it didn't. Goda-san's death probably shocked his fellow servants, and Shannon-chan's death brought grief to both George, who had proposed to her, and Kenneth, who had loved her like an older sister. Everyone now on this island has received an equal amount of sadness. Aunt Rosa was sure that the servants were in cahoots, but then, how could you explain the deaths of Goda-san and Shannon-chan? At any rate, by this argument, the grief caused by the 6 deaths hit everyone but Aunt Eva and Uncle Hideyoshi. Even Aunt Eva, who had directed suspicion at the servants and acted as though she herself was beyond suspicion, could not be ruled out as a suspect. In the first place, he was able to argue that the servants were suspicious by focusing on the shutter keys. But if you look at it from a perspective of motive and who would gain, Aunt Eva's name rises to the top of the list. Well, if she killed her brother only.
バトラ君が何を考えてるか、おばさんわかるわよ。
わ嫌だな。内緒にしててくださいよ。あんなことやこんなことで頭をいっぱいにしてたなんて。
私がこの殺人で一番得をする。
Uh-oh!
どうせ疑われるだろうから、先に自己申告しておくわ。
I tried to dodge the issue by joking around, but apparently it didn't work.
遺産は兄弟の数で分割する。でも今や4兄弟は私一人。後宮家の全財産はすべて私のものになるの。
That laugh still creeps me the fuck out.
秀吉おじさんが聞いたら、予算か言えばシャレにならんっていうところっすね。
You almost sound like him.
ごめんね。どう取り繕ったってどうせ疑われるだろうから、ふざけただけよ。だからこの殺人は、私の立場から見れば、 私を疑わせるためのものではないかと思ってるの。
I can see why she would think that.
困ったことに、昨べのアリバイは弱いわ。
聞かせてもらってもいいっすか？昨べのことを。
バトラ君たちも知っている通り、兄弟が遺産をどう食いちぎり合うかという話し合いは深夜まで続いたわ。
Why do you have to say it like that?
でも何時まで続いたかは知らない。私と主人は朝が早かったからね。もう眠くて24時を過ぎたあたりで抜けさせてもらった。そしてゲストハウスに戻って休んだわ。
それを秀吉おじさん以外の誰かに証明できるっすか？
Nope.
いやいや、別にエヴァおばさんを疑ってるわけじゃないっすよ。
You're too obvious, kid.
あら、どうだか。
Way too freaking.
証明になるかわからないけれど、ゲストハウスに戻ってきたとき、ケンジさんに出迎えを受けてタオルはいるかと聞かれたわ。だから私たちがゲストハウスに戻ってきた時間は24時過ぎだと証明してくれると思うわよ。
The damn towel?
もっとも、私の仮説通り、使用人たちもグルなのだとしたら、こんなのアリバイにならないけどね。
確かにそうっすね。ってことは、俺、今、真犯人と推理ごっこをしてるってことになるんすか？
Are you trying to joke? Because that shit ain't funny. that shit's definitely not funny.
でも私の名誉のために言わせてもらうけど、遺産目当てだったなら、こんな変な殺人はしないわよ。だって、遺産相続権を喪失させるだけなら、どんな死に方だって構わない。むしろ自己死に見せかけた方がスマートでしょ？使用人たちを抱き込んで周到に計画していたなら、なおさらそうするでしょうよ。
She has a point again, and that's actually scary. That she knows that.
確かに、そうっすね。
That's a little too much of a point.
営利で人を殺すなら、それは常に殺人に見せるべきではない。
いうことよ。だからおばさんは今からとてもブルーな気持ちなわけ。
Well, you were, but now it seems like you're joking.
警察には黒幕扱いされて散々調べられるでしょうね。やだやだ。
Aunt Rosa shrugged with a bitter smile. That doesn't look bitter to me. It was just as easy to suspect Aunt Eva. Wait, I called her Aunt Rosa again, didn't I? Aunt Eva, as it was to suspect the servants. So, if we spin the chessboard around, does that make it impossible for the culprit to be her, suspicious as she is? However, if that sort of argument always works, then motives could never help us in any way. No, that couldn't be right. Knowing the motive must give us powerful clues towards knowing the culprit. That's why murderers from all time periods disguise crimes in complicated ways, cleverly preventing their motives from being discovered. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Every time I spin the chessboard around, it keeps flipping from front to back and back to front. Are my thoughts bringing me closer to the truth? Or are they? I have no clue. Aunt Ava didn't want to talk any more than that, so I folded my arms and headed to the window to cool my head a little. As I looked over the parlor, I saw George, Nikki, and the others gathered talking. And I think this is a good place to end this, because if we go any further, we're going to definitely get into a deeper trap than I'm already in. So it's 1 hour and 20 minutes, so this is a perfect place. This has been Hunter Ray Jack. I hope you guys enjoy this, and we are back with this again. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.